I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio. Flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.
Miami Dolphins fans, Fin Nation, welcome to another episode of It's Larry, Lucci, G, and Shake, but Lucci can't make it tonight. LG shaking the panel. We've reverted back to tonight, man, and I hope everybody is in the mood to talk some Fins. I am your host, Larry K. Guys, smash subscribe if you have not done yet. Smash subscribe, smash the like button. Let's get to these 1,500 subscribers I've been trying to get to. We got a free Larry, man. We got to really make an impact here. Let's smash subscribe. Let's get this thing rolling tonight, man. It's time to talk some Dolphins. We got memes for you that Shake has prepared, the good, the bad, the ugly. We got G's reaction. We got some interesting news from G that I just got, which is dope for the whole sports community. So we're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk. Chef, what's good, my brother? And me and Chef talked a little bit after the game. He commented. Look, man. And yes, the in-season, Chef says it, and it's here. The in-season Hard Knocks starts at 8 p.m., man. Make sure you guys tune in. That's why, we might not even be able to go that long because people are going to be tuning in to that, which is great. I actually have plans. I'm gonna watch it with my family tomorrow when I go home to see them for Thanksgiving. We're going to throw on Hard Knocks, and everybody's real excited about it. But look, Miami escapes, in my opinion, man. In my opinion, we escaped versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm always so tempted to say Oakland Raiders, but it's the Las Vegas Raiders. And Vegas has a crazy fan base for hockey, for football, for everything. I mean, it's been star for pro sports. But, man, not only did we escape winning, and we do have a 7-3 record, but Tyreek Hill gets a little banged up on his hand. Vaughn, what up, man? What up, bro? Good to see you. Raph, what's up? Everybody hit like if you're in here. Hit like, hit subscribe, man. Hit subscribe. Let's go. And Chef, I don't think I'll be there for the Cowboys game. I'm planning on the playoff game. And Miami, man, I hope they keep doing what they're doing, because I'm planning on a home playoff game, and I'm planning on being there. I'm planning on tailgating. I'm planning on, be honest with you, bring some of my Italian Jersey flavor down there, grilling up some sausages and whatnot for everybody, and have everybody stop by, hang out with the squad there. I'm coming down for a playoff game. I really, now if things change, it doesn't look like we got a playoff game, maybe I'll come down for that Cowboys or that Bills game, but I think it's playoff game or bust for me. But look, if we want that home playoff game, man, we got to really play complementary football. And one of the things I found interesting about this game against Las Vegas was, and not just Vegas, really Kansas City too, which was the game we had right before the bye. What I've seen is the offense, the offense early in the season was just lighting the world on fire. The offense was absolutely going nuts. And they were breaking, on pace to break records. They're still on that type of pace. But Tua was in the MVP conversation. Everybody was talking about the Miami Dolphins. Everybody was talking about what the Dolphins could be and what they could do. Some were speculating how deep of a playoff run they would make. But one thing that was lacking was the defense, right? And I was somebody who was mad at the defense. I was mad at Bradley Chubb. I was mad at Vic Fangio. But some people in the fan base were smart enough and were balanced enough to say, look, give Fangio some time to build up this system. Give these guys some time to get used to this defense. And once this defense is clicking on all cylinders, let's see what they can do. Also, let's get some guys back healthy, like a Ramsey, and see how that affects the way we play. Also, Needham, but Needham's actually been taking a backseat to Cater Kohu, which is a good problem to have, right? I mean, if your backup is a guy who was a starter last year, you're looked to be in decent shape. all of a sudden, the last 2 weeks, what we've seen is this defense really start to get a lot of pressure. We've seen guys like Bradley Chubb absolutely step up. I mean, forget just the last couple of weeks. When you really look at his stats overall and the way he's played, he's having a good year. He's having a real good year, possibly a Pro Bowl year. But you get, Phillips back healthy. AVG is who he is. And Jalen Ramsey. I mean, Jalen Ramsey is a superstar, championship caliber, clutch, makes plays down the stretch in the most pivotal times player. Jalen Ramsey, he's a game changer. He's a team changer. And that was in full effect and on full display against the Raiders this weekend. That interception down the middle early, his first interception, I mean, you just don't, it really looks like he baits these quarterbacks, like straight up baits them. And then the game-sealing interception, we were all worried. We were all sitting there like, oh, come on, do not let them come back. They're driving. And he just makes an absolutely acrobatic catch. And then somebody said it was like the Jerry Maguire moment where he like laid on the ground and then ate it all up running around. I mean, this guy is a championship caliber, game-changing player. And this defense is playing at a high level. But why do I bring that up? Well, I bring that up because, juxtapose that with our offense. And imagine if this defense was playing at this level with the offense we had the first few weeks. Now, we are doing enough right now to stay in we're still in the lead in the AFC East. And we have a pretty commanding lead. For once, we took care of business ourselves when other teams were losing, which really helped us. So we actually took a commanding lead right now in the AFC East. So we're in a good position. And we're surviving. And that's all you can do right now. But imagine if that offense caught up to what the defense is doing and they were both clicking at the same time, what this team could be and how deep they could go. Now, here's the thing. I said this was a show me season. This remains a show me season. And there are no excuses from this point on. Like, we are in a commanding lead in our division. The Chiefs just lost last night. Like, teams that we want to lose continue to lose. And they continue to lose close games where the game starts, I'm like, oh, here we go. This team's going to win. And then they lose. Our schedule is favorable over the next several weeks. There are no excuses. This is a show me season. No excuses. The Miami Dolphins need to win the division, get a home playoff game. And the fact is now the Chiefs have a pretty easy schedule going forward that I've seen. So I'm not going to say that we necessarily can get the top seed, but we certainly can come close to getting the top seed. Right now, Baltimore's sitting in the top seed. And guess who we play later in the year? Baltimore. So in this show me season, everything now more than halfway through the season is lined up for the Miami Dolphins to show us and show me and show everybody what we know they can do. And that is make a deep playoff run. But it comes down to this coach, this quarterback, these offensive players making the plays at the opportune times and coming through down the stretch. Why did I bring up the fact that Jalen Ramsey is a championship caliber clutch player? Because you see those type of plays that Ramsey makes. You see how he goes up and ends the game on an acrobatic highlight reel interception. You see how the game is changed by the plays that Ramsey makes. Teams that win Super Bowls have those players, and they have those players in more than one position. Now, we have Tyreek Hill, one of the best, if not the best, wide receivers in the NFL. Our wide receiver group is debatably the best group in the NFL. Our running back room, when Achane gets healthy, that was a scare. It looks like he's day-to-day. I doubt he plays Friday based on the way McDaniel's been doing things. I wouldn't play him Friday. There's no reason to. You let him rest and get him back to 100% because you don't want a bad setback that we lose him for the season. You need him. We have a quarterback that's easily top 10, probably top 5. So here's why I bring that up. There's no excuse now. Those superstar players on offense, Tua, Tyreek, they need to make those highlight reel clutch plays the same way Ramsey does on the other side of the ball. They need to make those plays against top competition if we want to win a Super Bowl. And sitting at 7-3 with everything in front of us, the Bills having a rough year, the Jets losing Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow going out. Yeah, Baltimore is Baltimore, but they're always going to be Baltimore. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're always going to be the Chiefs. We played the Chiefs tough. We played the Eagles tough. If we want to make a run that this team is capable of making this year, because there's no time like the present, I need those offensive players to make those clutch plays the way that Jalen Ramsey did and is. I can't have Tyreek dropping balls. Can't have Tua diving straight forward, losing. And that fumble wasn't his fault in the sense that somebody knocked it out. And I'll say this, the Raiders came in very, very hungry. And that's why it's any given Sunday in the NFL. All of a sudden, the Broncos aren't so bad. And it was a joke when we beat them. Oh, who cares? It's the Broncos. You don't know how things are going to shake out. And I'm sick and tired of hearing that Miami hasn't beat any winning teams, because half the teams that they're looking at that beat winning teams also lost to crappy teams. So I don't want to hear that. Your record is your record. And we're one of the better teams in the league. But the Raiders came in hungry, and they were looking to cause turnovers. They were looking for an edge to try to find a way to beat the Dolphins, because Antonio Pierce has them playing at a certain level. They're playing at a certain level. They're revived. They're woken up. They're in the hunt because the AFC's jumbled in the middle. They're in the hunt, and they wanted to create things. That's fine. So they punched the ball out a couple times. That being said, Tua can't be diving head first like that. Wait till the playoffs to do that, because he lost the ball, but he could have got hurt. All right. And then Tyreek in the games, he was great. He got his hand taped up. He came back. He played awesome. Added more yards to his, ongoing quest to get 2,000, which I hope he does. But in previous games, like against the Chiefs, he's not coming through on certain catches. And then Mike McDaniel, man, another 4th and short, another questionable screen pass that didn't work. And I'm not here to bash a team that's 7-3, but I am here to keep it real, because this is the Objective Dolphins show on the Objective Dolphins channel. I lost a couple subscribers this week. I guess because I was keeping it real after the game. People don't want to hear that. But that's what you're going to get on this channel. And by the way, if you haven't done so yet, click subscribe. Let's get to 1,500 subscribers. Let's show some love to everybody who helped build this channel. Me, Shake, G, Lucci, everybody. TD for putting me on in the first place. Smash subscribe. But look, you've got to come through in the clutch if you want to make a deep run. So what I saw against the Raiders was the Raiders gave a tough showing. We survived. But if you talk about when we were in the red zone, we could have kicked a field goal or could have scored a touchdown when we turned it over on downs. Then the 2 fumbles, the interception, we could have beaten them by a lot more points. So, yes, they gave us their best game. Yes, we're not going to win every game easily. But that defense for 2 weeks now is playing at an elite level. Top 10, top 5, elite level. I want that offense to do what it's capable of and play to that same elite level. Now, we go up against the Jets Friday. The Jets are reeling. They just got spanked by the Bills. Bills wanted revenge. Bills were coming off firing Dorsey, even though Dorsey really wasn't his fault. But I still love Dorsey smashing the tablet. I love people who smash tablets. Like, I'll never get enough of highlights of dudes just smashing their tablets. Brady, Dorsey, smash the tablet so I can put it on it. But the Jets are reeling. They just made the decision to sit Zach Wilson. The Zach Wilson era is over. They're going crazy in the media up here in New York, New Jersey. They're crying in their coffee. They're just very distraught. To them, the season's over. But here's the thing. The Jets have been good every single home game in primetime this year from a defensive standpoint. Whenever a high-powered offense and high-powered quarterback comes into MetLife Stadium in a primetime game so far, the Jets have been very formidable. So the Dolphins, especially with the way the offense has been playing, cannot take this game lightly. And I don't even like how a lot of commentators are taking it lightly. I will say this. I was deciding how I felt about this game and deciding if I was going to make the trip to the stadium. The tickets are like really through the roof, more so this year than I've ever seen. It might be because the Jets had so much hype preseason. They sold so many tickets. But a lot of Jet fans are unloading their tickets now. And if I could find cheap enough ones, I'll go. But I don't know. They're still really high. The reason I bring that up is because this is starting to shake out where like Miami really should win, right? Because when it was Zach Wilson and the Jets had a chance and their defense was playing tough and the fans were into it and the noise was crazy, you're like, I don't know, it's a rough matchup for Miami going on the road. But with Boyle coming in and them reeling like that and their fans not necessarily in the building, I don't see how Miami doesn't win. But here's the thing. In order to win, the offense and the coaching has to be at their high level. You can't go in against a division rival on the road and not have your offense running like a well-oiled, fine-tuned machine. So I'm happy we got out of the game with a win. I'm happy we got out of there with a win. I'm very happy we're 7-3. I'm happy we're at the top of the standings. We had a great record last year, too. But now we have an elite coach on defense. We have an elite defense. We have a superstar, maybe future Hall of Fame defensive player. We have future Hall of Fame wide receiver by all accounts. There's no excuses. The Jets are reeling. They're starting Boyle. And Simeon's the backup. You got to win this game. But I'm not saying that because it's an easy game that's just going to be such a cakewalk. I'm saying it because you just have to do it. But to do it, you have to play at a high level. So this is a show me season. We've seen weeks with an amazing offense and a weak defense, and then we've seen weeks with an amazing defense and a pedestrian offense. It's time to put it together. Shake the rust off of the bye. It's already over now. It's time to put it together. And it's time to go out and do what everybody knows the Miami Dolphins can do, what everybody expects the Miami Dolphins to do, what the Miami Dolphins have set out to do, what McDaniel and Tua continually say that they want to do this year, which is go on a playoff journey. Not just have a playoff game, but set themselves up for a playoff journey. I want to see this playoff journey. It starts Friday, prime time. Another game in prime time. Another game against a tough defense. Another game where the whole nation's watching you. This is your division rival, and they are on the ground dying. You put your foot and boot on their face. You snuff out what's left of their season. You do it. And you give it to them again when they come to Miami. I predicted a split with the Jets at the beginning of the year, but the way their season's going, you sweep them. You sweep them. That's what you do. And that's how I feel. So make sure you smash subscribe, man. Hit subscribe. We got to get up to 1,500. There's no excuses. Show me season with the Dolphins. Show me season with this channel. Get up to 1,500 subscribers. Smash subscribe. If you're sitting there right now watching and you haven't done it yet, hit subscribe. Click it. Just do me that favor. Click it. If you're right there, be the 1,475th subscriber. Hit that subscribe button right now. And I'm going to bring in somebody we all know for his 2 cents on this game and this season. And to see how he's feeling, you all know him. It's the guy from New England who serves up whoever wants something at the grocery store after he slays it in the classroom. G.
All right, here we go. Final play, more likely to get Aiden O'Connell on the shotgun. Josh Jacobs to his left. Here we go. Jalen Ramsey's pointing at Bradley Chubb here. Aiden O'Connell's gonna hike the ball. He's looking. He's gonna slow it down to Devontae. Oh, it's a pick. Jalen Ramsey with the pick, and Miami's gonna win.
I love it. See, I love that creativity. It's your own content, bro. How'd you feel about it, bro? How'd you feel about that victory?
You know what sucked about this game? You know, we got down to the final 3 minutes on the stream. That we use our Fire Stick, and of course the thing crashes, so I didn't get to see the final 3 minutes. So I had to watch it on the ESPN app.
That's so annoying.
And then I started Jalen Ramsey with the pick. I was jumping up and down.
Me too. Bro, I had a stream and it kept freezing because I was driving down to Atlantic City and it kept freezing. And then it would I would try to restart it. It would be like, it would have a delay, and the people in the group chat for the Dolphin Den are saying things. So I'm getting their reaction, but I did get to see the Ramsey pick. So I'm happy. I'm happy, G.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But listen, Shake Money is already puffing his cigar. He's already out here and he's already chilling. Shake, how you feeling, man? I'm about to hit you with a little intro.
Baby. Feeling good.
All right, I'm about to hit Shake with his little prompt right here.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Hey, give it to us, man.
So let's start off with the good.
I like that, by the way.
2-game lead in the division. We're in the driver's seat of the AFC East.
Very true, bro. That is the damn good. I love that. I love that. Like, bro, I was surprised. Like, I thought this was going to be neck and neck all year. If we could take care of business, man, that's a nice little setup for us.
We can win the next 4 games, and I think Buffalo has a gauntlet with the Eagles, Chiefs, and Cowboys.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see them winning all 3. I could also see them losing to all 3, but I think they either go 2-1 or 1-2. So we win these next 4 games, we'll be sitting 11-3 going to Christmas. Bills could possibly have 6, maybe 7 losses.
Yes. So
and
that's what I'm saying.
The division could be wrapped up by Christmas.
That would be so nice. That would be amazing. I haven't experienced that. I don't know if ever.
Oh, I haven't never seen that in my life.
No.
Yeah.
I like it, Shake.
And by the way, my brother from another mother, Crypto, the other half of the Currency Connection, he did a show yesterday. It feels like deja vu. And I had another deja vu moment that hit me. Last year, we played against the Steelers.
Yes.
We kind of had we did pretty well in the first half, went kind of lackluster in the second half. It was a defensive battle the whole game. And at the end, Noah is him, Benogany. I'm still on Noah's Ark. Came up with the game winning interception, just like the next good, the Jalen brothers.
You're right, bro.
You got Jalen Ramsey with 2 interceptions, and then you got James Phillips with a couple of sacks and an interception himself. So shout out to the Jalen. You know how we have the Marks brothers? I'm gonna call them the Jalen brothers.
I love that. I like the Jalen brothers, bro. And they're a formidable ass duo on that defensive side of the ball, man. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. So that's the good, or that was just you said.
Good. Here we go. Now it's time for the bad.
Oh boy. What do we got?
More drops.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what, man. If the receiver keeps playing like this, I'm gonna call them the AT&T wide receivers.
Yeah, for dropping calls.
Yeah,
dropping calls.
And if it keeps going up, I'm gonna call them. They're gonna downgrade to Metro PCS.
Metro connection, bro.
Yeah.
It's a problem though. I mean, it is right. We've got to be clicking at a higher level when we're playing better teams. Shake.
Shit, what was the other school?
Like we've been dropping passes now, and I don't understand what's going on. Beginning of the season, we were clutch, and all of a sudden now, we can't be counted on every time. So it's a little rough, man. It's frustrated me when I was watching the game.
All right, one more.
Yeah,
going into double coverage. Listen, at the end of the day, I know they listen. Hill is really close to getting his 2,000 yards, but at the end of the day, those yards are for the name on the front, not the name in the back.
True story,
for the name
bro.
in the back, not the name in the front. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a team game, and at the end of the day, he needs to You elevated Craycraft. You elevated Braxton, which was wide open a couple of times for touchdowns.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
missed him
we
at
didn't
the end.
utilize our other receivers.
Yeah, bro, like he straight up missed Craycraft towards the end of the game. It would have been a walk-in touchdown, would have sealed the game. Wouldn't have had to go through all that with Ramsey. Like that's not acceptable. Do you think he just has tunnel vision on him for the record, or I don't know what it is, but a couple times now, maybe overconfidence. It's bothering me though, because I remember earlier in the season, yes, he threw it to Tyreek a lot, but he hit Craycraft a lot. He was going to these other guys for good plays, and now it seems like he's got tunnel vision. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah. So either way, listen, if he starts ignoring Tyreek Hill, eventually they're gonna ignore him, and he's gonna get big plays. So that will supplement his yardage. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. No, totally agree. Totally agree.
Now,
the ugly.
3 turnovers.
Oh,
Bro, unacceptable. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, get me wrong. Listen, at the end of the day, look. Here's people don't realize this. The defensive coordinator. I called it Yale versus Yale because they were both the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. They were going against each other. Were both Yale graduates. Patrick Graham is a Yale graduate, and so is McDaniel. But here's the kicker. Patrick Graham's is best friends with Brian Flores. You don't think he gave him a call and said, "Hey, what can I do to slow down Tua?"
I could see that. I could definitely see that. I mean, I'm sure he gave him a call.
What should I do to stop? You know him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure. He could have called him during the week, had a 5-minute conversation. Say, "Hey, look for this, look for that, and look for this." Boom.
Yes, right. No, bro, that I think that has something to do with it. And do you think, Shake? I mean, it seemed like the Raiders were, they're on a 2-game win streak. They got a new energy. It looked like they were making an effort, like more than a normal effort to go after the ball because they knew turnovers would change the game. I mean, on the Hill, the tight end fumble. I mean, the way they punched that ball, even on Tua, he's almost at the ground and they just punched the ball. So it is a little different than normal because the Raiders were going after, but it's still got to be better. You got to be more secure with the ball, and you can't be I don't know. That seemed just like a bad throw when he threw that pick. I don't know what that was because I think he did have him, but just a bad throw.
But I like how their defense, they went after the ball. They weren't going after the player. They were going after the ball.
Yes. No, they played good.
The ball out, no matter who the player was that was holding it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And then the last one is, if we would have had that, if we would have had 3 points, we wouldn't have to worry about that Jalen interception because the game would have been out of reach.
Right. What we got to stop that too. Like, I understand. Look at the game, Shake, like against Carolina. We went down by 14. We still won. Like, if you have a chance to tie the game and it's still early, just kick the field goal. And I know Sanders hit the second long one, but I'm still scared of sending Sanders out there for 50-yarders. Like 30 to 40, always kick it. And 50, maybe you punt it. Maybe that's when you go for it.
Every single time I see Sanders and then I see at the bottom 50-yard field goal, I'm like, he's missing.
Yeah.
Yes. Way to go.
I'm hoping he got out of that because he made the second one. But, who knows, man? I agree with you, Shake, man. We got to stop with that. We're losing out on points, bro. And not only that, you create momentum for the other team, especially when we're such a high-powered offense. And these defenses can do a turnover on downs. It lights a fire under their butts. It's not good for us. I agree with you.
At least you don't look. You if you got a fullback, use him.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, we have one. Right. Good point. As a blocker or to run it. You're right. Why don't we see enough of that? That's a really good point. Like, you have a fullback on the roster. You're one of the few teams that have a fullback on the roster, and you're not using them. So I get it, Shake. I agree. Cap, what up, man? Cap.
Hey,
I
by
saw
the way,
Cap the other day.
I usually celebrate with PIMP, pineapple and prosecco.
Yes, sir.
But seeing this was kind of a weak win. I'm gonna drink this weak ass pina colada.
I like it.
So
weak pina colada for a weak performance. Like, we won, but I don't know. I wasn't blown away by the offense. The defense I was. The defense I was. Cheers, bro. Cheers. You got that old school phone in there, man. That ring. It sounds like an office.
Actually, it's supposed to be the buzzer from Family Feud.
Oh, I get it. Yes, I do hear it now. That's great. That's
so,
great.
No, I mean, yeah, if you want, I got a few memes if you
Yeah,
want.
let's do
Yeah,
the memes, bro. Let's go into the memes. Let's go right in.
All right. Here we go. Apparently, you know, our whatchamacallit was having I like, you know, Tyreek and Tua. They've gotten so close that Tyreek has helped Tua with his hairstyle.
Bro, when I saw that hair, I was like, wait, what? I thought it was a meme. Like, I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
And then I clicked the presser, and he's got it, and he's got the do-rag on after. I mean, he's got the full beard. I mean, this dude is getting swaggy out here. I don't know what's going on with him. I just hope he continues to play good because
Exactly, because I was saying after the game, get rid of the do-rag. This Tua sucks. We need no do-rag Tua because he looked like an MVP.
I hope it's not anything to do with his general play.
Me neither.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, my man Lucci, I saw him post this on Facebook, so I had to give him, you know, he's not here, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. Look what he put.
Peace out. Remember that? Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon, get real. That's awesome.
I'm in chatting babes all day.
That's great, bro. That's just crazy. That's crazy. Yes.
Yes.
That is a great meme. It's not even a meme. It's just reality.
Exactly.
And this is what blew me away right here. This stat right here.
Wait.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I got to take this banner down.
We got it. Let's see. Wow.
This is in Gillette Stadium, by the way.
You still think Mac Jones better than Tua?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Remember they were saying Mac is the same as Tua? Get out of here. Get up out of here, yo.
That's crazy.
That is bad.
And by the
That
way,
is bad.
you know, we're not going to be able to do this Thursday, but coming up Thursdays, I'm starting to dabble. I'm gonna start dabbling in Photoshop, so the memes, the thumbnails are gonna start getting a lot better.
Oh, I like it, bro. That dope. I'm excited.
So, but anyway, me and Lucci, we're gonna do our new show. We have a new format that's coming. We're gonna talk about games of interest.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about all the games that we need to people to lose.
Bro, nice.
Kind of navigating through the playoff picture.
I love
talk
it.
About coach battles is another segment.
I love
player
it.
Battles, and we're just gonna pretty much dissect the game, and we're gonna call it Finn's Happy Hour. Time to take a shot.
Bro, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it, bro.
I like it too.
That's awesome. And you know what? That style right there, that swag fits like the logo and the music and all I have on this channel with the old microphone and whatnot. That's dope, bro. Yeah, everybody better tune in Thursdays for that show, man. The happy hour. That's dope. That's dope. I like the format too. I'm gonna be watching every Thursday. I'm gonna hop on with you guys here and there. That's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great.
Pre-recorded this week or no?
No, because it's Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
So, but however, I am gonna plug in my other show on the Finn's Tailgate Network. Thursday night at 2 o'clock in the morning, Crypto and I are gonna do a live episode of Insomnia.
Ooh, that's cool. You're gonna do it live?
Yeah,
live, just straight up at 3.
Yeah, there
that's
he is.
Wild,
What's up,
bro?
Crypto?
What's good, Crypto? That's cool, bro. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I dig it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm hyped too. Greg, you got some news you want to share with the people?
Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, me and my friend, we've been talking about doing this for like a while now, since like COVID, I think. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube because we're knowing how YouTube is lit nowadays. But we've been talking about it for a while. So last week, I finally created the YouTube channel for it. It's going to be Greg, which is me, and my friend, his nickname is Dude. So we're going to put his nickname in it. So it's going to be Greg and Dude Sports Podcast. We're not sure when we're going to start. But basically what me and him are going to talk about, we're going to talk about NFL, NBA. We'll have some little hockey and little baseball talk. I mean, he's not a big baseball or hockey guy, but I kind of am. So we'll kind of talk a little bit about with me. We'll be talking some soccer, Olympics. We'll talk some college sports, college football, college basketball, because those are the main two. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a long. It's gonna be fun. We're not sure when we're gonna start. I'm probably in December. We'll have videos. We'll record them, and then upload them. And then once it hopefully takes off, we'll have some live streams, get the super chats, memberships, all that good stuff. And Larry, I have the link. I don't know if I'm allowed to post it in your chat.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Okay, that's the link. Hit that link. It's going to take you to the channel. And I'll give you a little sneak peek on the logo. If you look at the logo, my name is Greg, and you can kind of see it's like italicized and aqua, meaning for Dolphins because the Dolphins logo
Yeah, it's dope.
is an aqua. And then he's a Giants fan, and I have the Giants bold and dark blue for him. And there will be some Dolphin talk. I'm a Dolphins fan, so we'll, of course, be talking some Dolphins. He's a Giants fan, so you get some Giants stuff there. But we'll also talk other NFL and stuff.
Awesome. That's awesome, bro. And I'm going to go subscribe. Everybody go subscribe over there to Greg.
So it's not just going to be Dolphins, though. I just want to keep that in mind, or just football. It's going to be all sports. So if you like all sports and you want to hear two dudes talk about it,
yeah,
that's the channel for you.
Go subscribe. Show love to the dude, man. G's been out here riding for a long time, so he's starting his own thing. Rep him, man. And make sure Thursdays you tune in to Lucci and Shake, man, with that show, because I'm excited for that format. Like, that's a dope format, bro. Like, I really like that. That's a good preview to get you ready for the weekend and the Thursday night game sometimes. So,
and I'll give you a little teaser on the first episode. I think it's going to be like December. We'll figure out a time to record it, but I think the first episode is going to be us talking about the college bowl games.
yes.
What are the best bowl games? Because I think some of them are like on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, some Saturdays. And if you're not doing anything and you want to watch some football, we'll give you what the best bowl games. We'll talk some NFL to whatever week the NFL season it will be.
I love it. I love it. That's good news on both fronts, man. You got 2 new shows taking root, and it's gonna be great. I'm excited about it, man. And look, so we got a new format here on this particular show. You saw some of it when Lucci's on. Lucci's usually going to get it started at this point in the show and give his, rant, and then we're going to open it up to callers, man. But we're going to have the monologue and then, the good, the bad, the ugly, the Greg intro, and then the memes. And we're going to keep it up that way. But here's how we're going to do the panel from now on. We're actually going to have one at a time, like phone calls to a radio show. You're gonna click. We're going to put you backstage, and then we're going to bring you up one at a time. You say your thoughts, talk to us about your thoughts on the Fins. Then we'll put you backstage, have the next person come up, and you guys can respond to each other, but we'll do one at a time because I think for a listener experience, that'll set this show apart a little bit from other ones and give everybody a chance to be heard and interact with us instead of, everybody else interacting with each other. So you can go ahead and we can drop the link in the chat. And anybody who wants to come talk to us, what's your thoughts on the Raiders game? What's your thoughts on Friday with the Jets? What's your thoughts on the season overall? I mean, how are you feeling?
The Raiders have themselves a head coach, and he should be the head coach at the end of the year. I would say if I'm Mark Davis, no other interviews, just give him the job now. I mean, they fought. I thought we would start slow and then take away in the second half. Clearly, that did not happen. They were in that game the entire way. We had some mistakes too with I guess a stupid interception, we can say. Just shut down there. Once again, deferring does nothing for us, and sure, Lucci would have something to say about that as we fumbled at the end of the half and throw a pick at the start of the half. River Craycraft, Tua, you got to – I hope he sees that in the film room this week. I love Tua. I believe he is the guy. Don't get that wrong. He just didn't play good. I would give him a C+. Now, like I said earlier, we did have 422 yards, something like that. Yeah. I'm not one of those people that are going to crap on him. I just think he had a bad game, but we won the game. A win is a win. Take them how it's come. They're going to fix the mistakes. Tua took ownership. That's what I like about him. Now we're coming to New York. Everyone's going to have their turkey, hopefully. Don't get too stuffed. We can have Thanksgiving on Friday after we beat the Jets. I'm going to be honest. Part of me feels like we should put 70 on this team because it's Tim Boyle. But I think we could score 3 field goals and win this game because the Jets offense is not good. I will respect the Jets defense. I think they got a good defense. It's going to be a tough matchup for our offense. Yeah. But we might be able to score with our defense. Tim Boyle, maybe he'll surprise me, but I think we should win this game. I would say like 15 to 6, something like that. Low scoring game. But I think we should win these next 4 games, and we should be 11-3 going to Christmas, man. And I'm already on my eyes on the Cowboys. The Dolphins, I hope their eyes are on the next opponents coming up.
Yes. And I get that. I hear that a lot too. Hey, I'm a fan. I don't have to stay focused on the next game. I could speculate. And I understand that. The team better be focused, but we could speculate. But I was worried about what you said about our offense in this matchup only because Like, what's our biggest weakness so far? Like going on the road and our offense struggling on the road. And what's the Jets' biggest strength? Like playing at home and their defense doing well against good offenses. Now that changes, like you said, with Boyle, like because not just Boyle himself, but
I
like
haven't seen him play, so
yes, and it's just like they're in turmoil now because all the nonsense going on around them, the change, and look, it could galvanize them because maybe they don't want Wilson and they're happy, but Wilson was not good, but he had an arm. Like he could make some throws that scared me. I don't know about Boyle, but then again, it's annoying when you get a backup, the team's energized, they want to beat you to prove something, and we don't have a lot of tape on them. So I'm a little nervous, but we should take care of business, Greg. I agree with you.
If we win the coin toss, we should take the ball, make it 7-0, get the crowd out of it, and make.
I agree with that.
But even if we defer, we should win. But that my dad brought that point up. I figured I'd bring it up here. The Jets play good at home. Why not take the ball first, go down, make it 7-7, knowing this Jets offense can't score.
I know. They really can't. And you got to remember the other thing that I haven't accounted for yet is, yes, we've struggled going on the road against loud, environments and good defensive teams. But at the same time, our defense wasn't playing at this level that they're playing at now. I mean, this defense is on another level right now. So you pair their offense with this defense, you hope we could generate some turnovers, and you hope that Tua comes back and like has a rebound game. Because one of the things I thought was interesting is I'm going to agree with you, Greg. Like the stats are good enough that, and McDaniel said it, which I didn't love that McDaniel said it, like, oh, we've changed the standards so much that you guys, we have a 400 plus game. I mean, that's cool, but don't get complacent. Tua, if you watched his post game presser, man, he was like beating himself up pretty good. So I think he at least knew. That like he could do a lot better, and we expect a lot better. And I hope that he has a rebound game. I don't know if it was rust from the bye. I don't know if it was the Raiders just playing so hard for Antonio Pierce. Probably a combination of both. But what's up, Shake? What are you thinking?
No, I'm just saying. It's like, for instance, at the end of the day, there's been times where, regardless of whatever you're doing in life, you're at the job. Let's say you're doing opening statements, whatever, and then you're driving back home. You realize, damn, I could have done better. You know what I'm saying? I could have said this. I could have brought that up. But
yes,
it's everything. I mean, at the end of the day, I say the cure to regret is not to make the same mistake twice. And I'm hoping that, instead of using the regret as a pity, or you could use it as a motivational tool, and I'm hoping that's what he's. He looks like he's using the regret and the things that he could do better as a motivational tool instead of trying to throw a pity party for himself, which I don't think that's what he was doing.
No, I didn't think so at all. I think what you're saying is what happened. I think he also knows that for 2 weeks now, 2 games, he struggled a little bit offensively, and he knows the defense is playing at a high level. So he's smart enough to know that, and I think he's going to make it his business to rebound. And I just hope that, he said before that, McDaniel can sometimes be so easy on him that he has to try to find somebody else who'll be a little more critical. I just hope McDaniel is not being overly critical, but is being, holding these guys accountable after these games. I hope he is. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I guess we're about to find out tonight. But did you guys catch that Tua too? They asked him today, like, are you going to watch the premiere of Hard Knocks? He's like, no, I ain't watching that. Like, whoa. Greg, you're muted.
He can watch it at the end of the year.
Yeah, I understand why. It was just interesting. He was like, "No, I'm not watching." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I think he does have self-reflection, Shake, and I'm hoping that that translates into a much stronger end of the season than he had right here in this little lull. Because if he can get back to the way he was, now I understand, right? Guys are banged up, they're injured, they're nursing things, and defenses have us figured out more than they did when the season started. But at the same time, we need that counterpunch. I'd love to see this offense get back on the level that it was earlier in the year, and if they can do that coupled with this defense and this schedule, the sky's the limit. Like I said, the Chiefs don't have a very hard schedule, but the Bills have a gauntlet of a schedule, as G said. a terrible schedule, and I don't trust them at this point. I don't care that they beat the Jets at home. I don't trust the Bills. I don't buy that the offensive coordinator switch was some miracle. I think the Bills are in a lot of trouble. I think Milano being out is hurting them. I think there's a lot of problems with the Bills. So if we take care of our business, we have a really good chance of making a deeper run in the playoffs. We just got to take care of our business this year. And the coach and the quarterback got to get back on the same page they were earlier in the year. And I think we have a really good shot. That's me. The answer is the Jets. We beat them.
Yes. Which is the sorriest team in the NFC East, AFC East?
Ooh.
Number one on the board is that's the number 2 board. Number 1 is the Patriots.
Yes, I was gonna say yes. Number 1 is definitely the Patriots.
Yeah.
They are just bad, man. Mac Jones, Sack Jones. That's why I used to call Christian Hackenberg Christian Sackenberg. About to call him Sack Jones, man. He's just Bill Belichick. Here's my thing with him. Like, bro, I'm gonna be so annoyed if the Pats push Bill Belichick out and then some team hires him.
It's gonna be either the Chargers or Commanders that will hire him.
So annoying. Because
my money.
Yeah, bro, I feel like he's only gonna do it to beat Shula's record. Like he's just gonna coach for 3 more years. It's so annoying. Like, bro, if you can't do it with your team because you failed at the end and you're like the game has passed you by, then just take the L. Like the way McDaniel took the L with the record for the 70 points, like he wasn't going to kick a field goal just to beat it. He was like, if we broke a tackle and scored a touchdown, fine, but we don't want to take the record that way. Like, Bill, I know it's a life legacy, but you're already one of the best, but you're going to go coach a meaningless 3 years. It'll probably still be losing seasons just to beat Shula's record. That's corny, bro. He should just retire. I know he won't, but he should. That's my opinion. And then maybe he'll bring Josh McDaniels with him to coach another quarterback since he's another guy who got banished and kicked out. So
that would be scary if Justin Herbert. Oh, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they could actually do something with him. McDaniels, maybe he's a good coordinator. I still don't know if he's a good coordinator or if it was just a lot of Brady and like other talent in that team. Like I mean, I guess earlier in Brady's career, it was a lot of defense, and I understand that, you know, because Belichick's a defensive mind. He was great with the Giants. You know, maybe he carried them early in his career, but I wonder if Brady just had a lot to do with it later in that tenure, because McDaniels hasn't been good in either stop that he's gone to either. So I really don't know. Boys. We put the link up for anybody who wants to share their thoughts, man, but we shared our thoughts and our memes and our good, the bad, the ugly. I know that Hard Knocks is coming on soon, so I don't know if people really don't want to hop on right now with that coming up. We'll give it like another couple minutes, see if anybody wants to share their thoughts. Otherwise, man, I guess it's time to go get ready for Hard Knocks. And Shake, what do you're 7 p.m. on Thursdays?
Yeah,
for the happy hour. I'm excited about that show.
Hour, 7 p.m. You know.
I'm excited about that show. Very excited about that show. I think it's going to be a good format, and I think with you doing,
you know, you'll see Greg whenever he's available. You know.
Yeah, and I'll pop on too when I'm available. Well, we got a caller, and let's bring Crypto up, man.
That's the other half of the currency connection, right?
Yes, sir. Crypto, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on, Larry?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, Shake? I just came up here to tell Greg that let's see, this college football team is in the dumpster, and Jason Tatum will be a Utah Jazz by midseason.
That's excellent points. I'm gonna bring that up in my show, Crypto. Thanks. Bring that up.
Crypto knows what's up, man. Crypto always knows what's up, bro.
Listen, he's not going to the Utah Mormons, okay?
I'm just giving Greg a heads up so he can be prepared in advance, so it won't hurt us bad.
I like it. I like it, bro. Crypto, how you feeling about this Jets matchup, man?
It's crazy because I just did a show, Deja Vu show, that it feels like deja vu from the first 10 games we played.
Yes.
The first 10 games we played, and it was like so many things like we have to do to avoid that deja vu from continuing.
Yes.
Because in game 11, that was the Texans game last year. So
Yes.
we kind of struggled in that second half, and
Mm-hmm.
our offensive lineman was dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm.
Tua got benched because of basically for safety, not for necessarily performance. It was more so McDaniel was worried about his safety
I remember
of the
that.
lineman going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Remember, he
Yeah.
was up by 30
Yes.
points at the time. They closed the game on a 15 run.
Yes.
They were a team that everybody wrote off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they was pretty much tanking for the team they got now, which it works
Yes.
out for them.
Yes.
They immediately turned it around in one season.
Yeah.
So, and who knows, the Jets they're trying to get their quarterback back, at the end of the year. They
That's what
benched
they've
their
said.
guy,
Mm-hmm.
and they finally benched Zach Wilson, and we're playing in this game in the dark. So it's gonna be
Yes.
interesting. The Jets still got good defense. There's no turnover on that side. So it's kind of like our offense still gonna have to find a way to score against that defense. And likewise, our defense should be okay because their offense is not a good, but who knows what this quarterback is gonna do. He's a has been, a know what, a nobody that's been tossed around the league, I
Yes.
suppose. So
No, he
you
has.
never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. You never
You
know with
never
those
know when a
guys.
guy like that. Yeah, it's the biggest unknown.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, oh man, do
That's
we
how
get
I'm
snake
feeling.
bitten on the road
I
because we
hope
got too
not.
much? Do we get because we had too much turkey
Yeah, it's
on the
possible,
previous
bro.
day?
It's possible. I hope not.
And because let me say last year Thanksgiving came, I think later. I think it was the week following. I think it was like it was late. It was next week, but
It
last year,
was, I
right?
think. Yeah, I think it
So
was
it
like
came
the
later.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so we had played that game on that
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, and
Mm-hmm.
it's it's gonna be interesting.
It is.
In my preseason picks, I picked us to lose this game,
Me
and
too.
because of the split,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I
Mm-hmm.
had picked us to lose in the preseason because I
Mm-hmm.
thought we were split because of the defense they played, and we don't
Yes.
know about that defense.
Yes.
And we'll get them back in the second game against them,
That's how I
and we'll
did it
make up
too.
with the. Oh, you did it that way too?
Same
Because I
exact
did the
way, bro.
Commanders. We
Yep.
make up the Commanders, and then Monday night we get a big win, and
Mm-hmm.
then we get them back on the second time out.
Yes, that's how I predicted. But now with them in turmoil, I'm feeling a little more confident. But I don't know, Crypto. Like I said, I predicted this loss and then split with them, get them back in Miami just because of that defense and because it's the road game. But I don't know now. I'm curious.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I gotta do some more number crunching if I'm gonna swap it and
Right,
have us win and then have them get us back at later
right.
on. You know what I'm
You
saying?
never know, right? Because it's hard to
Yeah,
sweep a division rival unless they're the Patriots this year.
yeah, right.
So
That's what
I
that's
don't
that's
know.
how I had it going down because I had us bouncing back on the last game of the season against the Bills. Because
Yeah,
that might be a meaningless game. It might be meaningful. It might be meaningless.
yeah, we really don't
Who
know yet
knows?
because the Bills
Because
are not
the
doing well.
Ravens are in first place now. I think they're
Yes,
first in the conference now, right?
they are. Yes,
Yeah.
they
So
have
now
the bye right
Kansas.
now.
Yep. So the Ravens are now in first. So that means, hell, that game they play against us, if they have everything wrapped up, if the Chiefs lose some more, they could be trying to fight for us. So is either if we don't have a shot at it at the time, it's
Hmm.
gonna make that game a little interesting too.
Yeah, I think that
If
game is
as
going
if
to
the,
be
you know what I'm
huge.
saying?
Yeah,
That's gonna be huge.
if it continues this way, Crypto, that's going to be a big game because even if it's not for the top seed, it could be for seeding between the two of us, like 2 and 3 and 4.
2 and 3 and 4, yeah. 2,
Yeah,
3
so
and 4.
that's going to be a big game no matter what I think, unless one of us
Because I think the
collapses.
Jags, right? Because the Jazz got the 3, and they still fighting for just to get out of their division with Houston. So
Yes,
they one game back on the tiebreaker with them, so they can't afford no more losses too.
the good news
Because they
is
lose
that
again, they
yes,
lose. Jacksonville lose again. Houston is now on the 4th seed.
which
They're
is
gonna lose.
You know what I'm
Houston
saying?
this week.
yes.
Yeah.
Houston's
man.
beating Jacksonville this week.
Oh, so they're playing this week?
Yep, Houston's
They
gonna
they do please.
Oh, that's big. When do they play? Sunday?
It's Sunday.
That's
Sunday.
big. So
Okay, so
that's
you just got my early pick.
yeah, bro. That's big because here's
Wow,
the thing.
I didn't know they played each other this upcoming week.
Yeah, that's big because the thing with the Baltimore too is that division is hard. The AFC North, they're gonna beat each other up. So that's good for
Yeah,
us. That
but the
they're
thing
gonna
is,
beat each other up.
they play each other one more time, I think, because Cleveland already played Cincinnati, right?
Mhm.
Pittsburgh already played Cleveland once, so I think they got one more go around against each other.
Okay, that's good because you want
Yeah,
Cleveland
one
and
more go
Baltimore
around against
to
each
beat
other.
each other up. You
So
want
that's 3
Baltimore to
more
beat each other.
losses
Hopefully.
within each other for each one that they can
Yes.
have.
Yes.
If one of them sweep the other team, because I
Right.
think Cincinnati they're done as far as the playing the
Me
Ravens
too. Yeah.
on that one.
Okay. Plus, the Cincinnati's kind of with Burrow going out, they're done. But
Yeah, he's kind of banged up, so it's
yeah,
gonna be hard for them to make that 7 seed.
and I wonder with the Jags, man, they were struggling early in the year, but they've been really good ever since that London trip. So, and I'm wondering
Yeah.
what happens this week, and we kind of need almost Houston to keep Jacksonville in check.
Yeah,
You
we
know, like
do.
I'm almost kind of
because
hoping they
they
do.
could kind of help us out in a way by bringing them
Yeah.
down because
Yeah.
they own the tiebreaker for that 3rd spot now.
Yeah.
So if we can get Houston to beat them, if they don't leapfrog us and become the 3rd seed, we can kind of hope because we don't play that division.
Yes.
We that's the thing.
Yes, we
We
can't really
played
get
them
our
last
hands in
year.
there.
We
Yeah.
can't get our hands in there and mess with them.
No.
We only
No.
play one team from that division, and that team is not even a playoff team. That's Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the problem.
It doesn't do anything
You
for
know what I'm
us.
saying?
A couple of
Don't
years
do us
ago,
no good at
yeah.
all. Right.
For the last few years, it would have, but not this year. It hasn't done any. Doesn't.
Right. It did. That was a meaningful game a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
that was
They
a good
knocked us
team.
out.
But yeah,
Yeah.
You see how windows open and close for teams, man. Tennessee had a window and they never even reached the Super Bowl. Like they didn't have that. They had Tannehill, but they had a great running
Yeah.
back, great D, and like were winning
That
games,
Cincinnati
but didn't
game.
make it. Yeah,
They blew that Cincinnati
They
game. They
really
had 10
did.
sacks on Burrow. They should have won that game.
that was brutal.
I was like,
watching that.
oh, that was They
Yeah.
sacked that man 10 times and still lost.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like,
I was
oh,
watching that in a bar, just like turned it on. I was like, come on, are they really going to lose this? Because I didn't realize Cincinnati was, at that level. And I was like, damn. So, yeah, that was tough for them, but they don't mean anything now. We got to hope Houston beats up on the Jaguars. And then Houston, I think they're like
Right.
an upstart team, but they're a dangerous team. So you got to watch out for them now, too. There's some contenders in the AFC that are slept on
Yeah.
a little, I think, that no one was counting on in the beginning of the year.
Yes, suck. We're gonna have to scoreboard watch them. If we slip
Yeah.
up to 1 or 2 games, that's what I say. A 1 or 2 game slide can have us in a situation where the Browns and Bengals are in.
Yes,
You
that's
know?
what. Yes,
We can't afford any kind of slide. The December slide last year was monumental. We can't even afford half of that kind of a slide.
No, that's why your deja vu, I hope, doesn't come through for the rest of the season.
Right.
Because
Right.
everybody's like, we were 8-3 last year, and like, what happened? Like, please don't happen
Exactly.
again.
It-
Oh my god.
In a 1 week span, we went from like 70% projected to make the playoff to under 40.
Yes, that was brutal, man. Like, I
Crazy.
can't have that
About
again.
40%.
I can't take another season like that. Like, not this year. The way things are stacking up, we gotta break that curse or whatever. No more deja vu, man.
Right.
But I hear you,
No
bro.
more of that.
I'm gonna be tuned in on Friday for this game, and I'm hoping
All
we
right.
pull out the victory, man, and get one up ahead, and keep it going, man, and get in. If we beat them once, then I'm rooting for the sweep, even though it's unlikely. Then I'm rooting for it down in Miami. So we got to get past that first hump.
Yeah.
So that starts today. That starts Friday.
You was at the game last week?
No, I was there just against the Pats a couple weeks ago. I was gonna go to this game because I live up here around the Jets, but I don't know, the price is through the roof, and I want to come down for a playoff game
that's
back
the
to
thing.
Miami.
Mhm.
It's crazy,
Right.
bro. It's like $160 a ticket, even for the nosebleeds.
Just for the what? Nosebleed?
Yeah, and
Mm.
and the parking's like another $70, and like I go almost every year to the Jets Dolphins game. I don't know if it
Right.
was cheaper, but it
70.
seems more expensive.
Yeah. I'm
They-
trying to see what I paid for
Them
mine
Aaron
last year.
Rodgers prices.
What are
I
you
went
saying,
to the
D?
Jet.
It
I went
is.
to the Jet game last year. I'm
But he's
trying to
not
see.
playing, so
I think mine
Yes.
was like $70 at the time, and
Yeah,
those were
that's what I'm
backup
saying.
quarterbacks playing in that game.
Yeah, but see
Yeah.
that I went last year too. I went when it was Teddy was gonna start, but then by the time I walked into the stadium, Skyler was starting, and it was actually a good game until the end. But I paid like normal prices. This Aaron Rodgers season with all these primetime games, and I guess because it's Friday, it's a prime time. So these tickets are through the roof, man. It's just hard for me to do. And then I got Rutgers, Maryland on Saturday. I'm a big Rutgers fan. I got to go
Rutgers?
to that game. Yeah, because that's
Is
a
that,
rivalry.
What's his name? Team too. Fred ain't Fred up in that's. I think he said he like Rutgers.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, I
Up
mean
in
it's
the
Jersey,
I've been
New York
rooting
up
for
here,
Rutgers this year.
huh?
I've been rooting for Rutgers this year because they've been an underdog in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean they had a good 6-5, so they are going to a bowl.
They're
We'll
gonna
see.
win that bowl.
I hope they will, and I think they
Projected
will.
to face Georgia Tech, another one of my teams I like.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But
Check.
Rutgers on an upward
They
trajectory
used
this
to be
year. They're
good
doing
back in
much
the day.
better. They're doing much better now. So
you're
I
gonna
got
get
that.
Greg, are you gonna get one of those free hardball shirts?
I might have to because I hit.
Oh,
my
God.
Oh, free hot ball.
Harbaugh, man, you saw that guy crying after that game, like, "Oh, this is for Jim." I was like, "Bro, chill."
Listen,
I know. Why do players do
when
that?
Michigan played Rutgers, I was rooting for Rutgers. But
Yeah.
I'm a Michigan fan. Well, in college,
Mhm.
I have multiple teams. Like Florida's my favorite, but my
Right.
favorite Big Ten
Right.
team, Michigan, because
Mhm.
I'm a Stephen Ross. I have three favorite Michigan men: Stephen Ross #1, Harbaugh #2, and Dave Portnoy #3. I love
Okay.
Michigan. I love.
There
Jim
he
Harbaugh.
is. Look at
I've
him,
been a Harbaugh stan, bro. I love.
Steven
I
Ross.
think he's a good coach. in
Stevie
college.
Ross. I wonder if we're gonna see Stephen Ross in the Hard Knocks. I wonder if they're gonna show him like talking,
I hope we
getting
do.
on his jets.
That's
Wanna
gonna
see
be
what he's up
insane.
to.
See him do the model.
Is it Showtime doing it, or is it HBO?
It's HBO. HBO.
Okay, HBO. Okay.
I gotta check. I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna be with my family, so I'm gonna watch it.
Tomorrow, maybe, or tonight.
Okay, cool.
One of the two.
Jeff Jew says we're sweeping the sorry Jets 2-0. We go, and Tua will still own them by staying undefeated.
Any
I like how you
Right.
think, Chef. I mean, I like it. I'm hoping it's true.
any
I'm
shot
hoping
of
it's
getting the
true.
one seed and the division, we got to sweep the Jets.
And Daddy O Best Dad, thank you for catching the channel. Really appreciate it. Fins up. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, man. Hit subscribe. Help us get up to 1,500, Daddy O. Hit subscribe. We really appreciate it. Fins up all day, brother. Welcome to the Fury fam.
Yep.
Welcome to the Fury fam. Make sure you click it right here, Daddy O. Click it. Click it. Takes 2 seconds. Really appreciate you. Appreciate the support. But yeah, man, I don't know if I'll be in the building or not on Friday because just these prices. If not, I'm gonna be eating leftovers, kicking it, and hoping we win anyway. And if so, I'll make the trip. Like today, somebody tagged me in a post because they're like, anybody want Jets Dolphins tickets? And they were like, aren't you a fan? I was like, yeah. And I thought maybe they were selling them for cheap because they didn't want them last minute. But they're like, nah, 200 a seat. And I'm like, wow, you're killing me. Like, I'm trying to get back down to Miami for a playoff game, so I'm trying to be smart. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I guess it's showtime on HBO. So I mean, at this point, I guess we'll wrap up for today, man. Make sure you guys check out Shake and Lucci on Thursday. Make sure you check out the Currency Connection, man, with Shake and Crypto. Make sure you check out G's channel. G, if you posted the link, make sure you post it. Go over there and subscribe to G's new channel. It's all sports, not just Dolphins, but it's going to be good. You know G, man. He puts on a good show.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, I gotta. Hold on.
Magoo, that's right, Raph. Mr. Magoo. I'm hoping we see him on Hard Knocks. He's got those big ears, those silly glasses, and that silly smirk. You know, this year we haven't seen as much of him. I guess it's a good omen. We're doing well. They ain't showing him every game in the box. He's not even showing Marino much. I don't know why, but they're just not. I'm
Remember
fine
last year he was suspended for 6 games last year.
He was. And then when he came back, things weren't going great. So I'm hoping we don't have that deja vu either. He's been there the whole time. Let's just not change anything. Let's just keep winning, man. Gee, did you put it in there? You put it in the chat?
Right now, that
actually he was allowed to attend the games. He just gonna do the day-to-day operation.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's not the link. I posted it up. You don't have to scroll up. That takes you to the channel.
Oh, I see.
I posted that's kind of the link. If you copy it, I hope if you copy it,
okay,
it just sends you right there. But if you scroll up in the stream, it's there too.
Okay.
Yeah, and like he could go to the games, but he wasn't allowed in the locker rooms or anything like that. He was just
I think I posted
all he could do was go into the skybox and that's it. You know how they go into the locker room after the game?
Yes.
He couldn't do that.
Like he couldn't do that. He couldn't be like involved, I guess, in the actual hands-on team.
Yeah,
management.
All he could do was watch the game and take your ass to your helicopter to Hamptons, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all he could. Interesting. All right, so everybody, look, check out. I will be back next Tuesday. Watch for my game reaction. You'll get one on Friday after the game. Check out the Currency Connection. Check out the Insomnia Show, the Shake, and the Finn's Tailgate, everything they do. Check out Thursday's show at 7, but you're not doing it this Thursday, Shake, right?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Oh, you are doing it.
First time live at
3 o'clock nice.
2 o'clock in the morning.
I love it. So check that out. That's on the Finn's Tailgate. and then check out the Happy Hour show with Lucci and Shake. It's a brand new format. And make sure you tune in every Tuesday to us at 7 p.m. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, I'm going to ask you one more time. Smash that subscribe button. If you're in here and you're enjoying the content and you like us and what we have to say, smash subscribe. We're going to be freed in January. We're going to get this channel rolling again with revenue, and we're going to keep it rocking here. Fins up, man. Everybody enjoy your night. Enjoy Hard Knocks, and we'll talk to you guys later. We're out.
Fins up, everybody.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day.